and a lack of certainty that Trump was going to have the economy revved up in a way that businesses want. There's a little bit more calm today, a little bit more calm. Market's not as bad, and the tariffs coming off the Canadians. It's still a work in progress. Still a work in progress. All right. A few more things I want to show you, and then again get to your questions. Please raise your hand if you want in on the conversation. Two things from the White House press briefing. Caroline Leavitt. First of all, there are certainly people around Trump who think that what Elon Musk said about Social Security on Sunday in his or yesterday rather with Larry Kudlow was not great about entitlements and cutting entitlements. And although they're put out a press release today saying that Musk was taken out of context. And frankly, if you take exactly what Musk said, he wasn't saying we're going to cut and eliminate Medicare and Medicaid and Social Security. He wasn't. If you take literally what he said he wanted to eliminate waste, fraud, and abuse. But he exaggerated how much waste, fraud, and abuse is, as they've been doing. And he certainly spoke in a careless way. Some people think he needs to not speak about things like that. Some people close to Trump. Caroline Leavitt chose to pretty aggressively defend Musk today when asked about his comments. Here she is on number 8, please, going back at the media on accusations that Musk said he wanted to eliminate entitlements.
Ask about some comments Elon Musk made yesterday. He said that there is $500 to $700 billion in waste and fraud and entitlement spending. He called it, quote, the big one to eliminate. Earlier this month, he also referred to Social Security as a Ponzi scheme. Should Americans expect changes, big changes, to Social Security and Medicare?
President Trump has been unequivocally clear on this. He is going to protect Social Security and Medicare benefits and Medicaid for hardworking Americans who paid into these entitlement programs and deserve those hard-earned benefits. And unfortunately, the mainstream media has taken Mr. Musk out of context. I saw a Bloomberg headline that our team actually worked on getting updated and fixed because it was so wrong, and it took Mr. Musk out of context. What he was specifically referring to cutting was the waste and the fraud and abuse that does exist in these programs. According to an IG report from the Social Security Administration, there's more than $70 billion of fraud in the Social Security program alone that we know of. And so the president will continue to protect these programs for hardworking Americans, and actually cutting the waste, fraud, and abuse out of these programs will protect it for hardworking Americans.
So Musk himself on the South Lawn with the president today, when they weren't looking at cars, did say, get a bit of a mulligan, and did say he doesn't want to eliminate the programs. He wants to save them, and the only way to save them is to make them more effective and efficient and to not let there be waste, fraud, and abuse. Democrats will certainly stay on this. We'll be curious to see how much discipline Musk shows. He doesn't have a great history. Last thing I want to show you from the briefing is Caroline Leavitt sparring with an AP reporter about tariffs. The exchange, I think, is most illuminating for the end when she makes her disdain clear. Number 9, please.
Caroline,
you're welcome.
If we could just step back for a second. When President Trump last addressed the BRT when he was on the campaign trail, his big push was on tax cuts. He's going there today as he's proposing tax hikes in the form of tariffs.
Not true.
And I'm curious
He's not doing
why
that.
he's prioritizing that over the tax cuts.
He's actually not implementing tax hikes. Tariffs are a tax hike on foreign countries that, again, have been ripping us off. Tariffs are a tax cut for the American people, and the president is a staunch advocate of tax cuts. As you know, he campaigned on no taxes on tips, no taxes on overtime, no taxes on Social Security benefits. He is committed to all 3 of those things, and he expects Congress to pass them later this year.
I'm sorry, have you ever paid a tariff? Because I have.
They
don't get charged on foreign companies. They get charged on the importers.
And ultimately, when we have fair and balanced trade, which the American people have not seen in decades, as I said at the beginning, revenues will stay here, wages will go up, and our country will be made wealthy again. And I think it's insulting that you are trying to test my knowledge of economics and the decisions that this president has made. I'm now regret giving a question to the Associated Press. Mary, go.
All right, just again, live in the briefing room, things get said. I wouldn't have said, have you ever paid a tariff? I have, with the tone he did. I wouldn't have done that, but you know, it happened. But interesting moment. All right.